This would be my first time ever listening to a full album by Knocked Loose. I've heard a few of the songs before, namely Suffocate, Don't Reach For Me, Slaughterhouse Part 2, and Blinding Faith, all on this record. Also that double single release of Deep in the Willow, Everything's Quiet Now. And I didn't like a lot of that. But I really enjoyed Suffocate. I thought that one was like a masterpiece. And I think it might be that over time, I'm getting used to that very unique vocal that I've really struggled with Knocked Loose. And the music's really good. So I'm super intrigued to see what an entire album might be like as a listening experience. It's less than 28 minutes long, so that's maybe helpful. But we'll see. I'm going to have an open mind. You Won't Go Before You're Supposed To, album by Knocked Loose. And go. Peculiar start. And we're in. Ooh, grumbly bass, love that. I like that dynamic shift vocally. It's a lot. It's great drumming though. Oh. Tempo change. That's pretty creative. That's a song. Oh my god. The snare sound is huge, as is that bell. A lot of fuzziness, the guitar distortion. Really hard to determine what the chords are. That's clearer. That's nice. Fun rhythm. I love the slight variation in the vocal delivery. When he goes from the spoken word twist up into the scream, that's a nice little dynamic shift. Otherwise, it's gonna be a little one note. Those neat, silent cuts are quite satisfying. so intense. It's got some good moments in it. Oh man, it's an absolute onslaught. Now. This is a banger. That guitar sounds so crazy when it's just doing the palm muted chords. Like, what notes are those?
Suffocate! Eclipsing light! Shine out by every mistake! The winds will wash your cries in the storm of your restless face! Waxing pride, moral divide! Are you conscious behind the knife? Or is it just another disguise? Take them!
There's so many little lovely changes up in this song. You don't dwell in a certain sonic moment for too long, which I love. And then Poppy completes it. Such a good delivery. That open hi-hat sound is wild. Really high frequencies.
Burdened by our connection,
Give it to me.
I long for separation. In the waning glow, every breath tries hard to escape.
Best breakdown in 2024 coming up.
Have you found your grave? Suffocate!
Fucking brilliant. And that primal scream. With a little howl at the end.
I will take it till I find a fucking lot! I suffer!
This is when I feel like I get knocked loose.
I will take it till I find a fucking lot! I suffer!
Simple, punchy. I thought that the journey of that song was brilliant. Alright, don't reach for me. I gave this a solid when I first heard it.
I dream of a cleansing wave! Reborn! Don't push for me! No lies can stand!
Again, those chords when they're palm muted. Ricochets from like sludge to like higher notes.
Do you hate me yet? Do you hate me now? We're fitting edge for an absolute fucking
Yeah, that's great.
Do you hate me now? I dream of a cleansing wave. Send me
You can get the chords out of this section.
I return so far.
They're a bit more defined.
And when your arms are too weak, so pull yourself back up. When your arms are too weak to reach for God, to reach for mine.
Lovely little band there. just the combination of that voice over this is so jarring to me. Oh, it's so nice. I've only heard this song like once before, so I'm still kind of surprised by twists and turns. See a pit opening up, and in it comes. Double scream vocals there layered in. This next song is 46 seconds long. Okay, straight into this. I wonder why they called this a different song. Oh, the bass! This is cool, it's a different flavor entirely. Crispy. Hitting the rims of the snare there. I presume, unless it's Tom's. We're slowing down a lot here. I guess it's the same tempo, actually. There's a sound effect kind of panning left and right, very slowly, like a reversing garbage truck. What the fuck is going on? What'd I give this one? Delicious, I said this was.
Break down the wall again!
chill listening to this music. It demands so much. It's just massive. Awesome. Love how they produced that bit. Sounded so raw. Like it was a shitty mic in the room next to him.
Satisfied with the scraps, a total war driven by the lower class. Another notch in the system flood. One mutilation under God.
I mean, that's gold. That snare, man. Ridiculous. They got some cool percussion on this record. Surprising. Sound like Brian there. Must be one of the other band members. Chorus? It'd be so hard to tell. The drums are brilliant. The additional layers. I guess this is the chorus because it's kind of the lyric of the title. Oh, yeah. That's fucking glorious. They extended that with the punches each time. Cool. Cool ending. Oh, yes. I said this was halfway decent when I first heard it. Let's see what I think now. Okay, I'm loving that drum beat a bit more. Maybe they are just the definition of a grower musically. Because I'm digging this more second time round. Tight snare. That voice works so well for call-outs. Whew. Alright, last song on the album. And longest. It sounds like a swarm of mosquitoes buzzing around my head. It's like fucking freaking me out. It's really annoying me. Just want to swat them away. Oh! With the doubles on the snare. It's the drums. Different snare hit here. Like a piccolo, there's lightness. That's real nice. There's the album title. enjoying the chords on this. They're audible. Wow. Such pause. That's a full sound. I wonder if that's the last vocal we hear on the record. I'm just gonna outro with this kind of tone. Good Lord. It's a big, heavy sound. Reminds me a little bit of Around the Fur. Oh, why? Moments in the album, not that song particularly. Okay, well, that was a Knocked Loose album, and I don't know if it's because it was only 28 minutes long, but I didn't find it wasn't too arduous an experience. There were moments of gold in that, and I bet it's gonna grow. I just get that sense because the more I listen to some songs I've heard once, and I listen to them a second time, I'm liking them more. I think there's something very jarring about the vocal style that on first listen, even if it's a good song, you're like, ah! Although Suffocate I loved from the off, but then I was starting to get used to that voice, and I think the dynamic variety within that song, it's not just Brian doing the shouty screams the whole time. You had Poppy's version of that, there's some other bits and pieces in there that gave me enough variety sonically that I could enjoy it. But I think the ones that are much more like the same kind of screaming tone throughout, which is most of the record, I think on repeat listens, that expected sound will start to become a satisfying payoff when it delivers on what you then know to be the right rhythms or call-outs and things. The call-outs are supreme. Like, Knocked Loose are doing some of the best call-out moments, in part lyrically, but mostly in that vocal delivery. The urgency is so powerful. That's their best feature. But also the drums are amazing. Some moments they have really creative drum beats in there, which I adored. And the doubles, that little, that beat later on, that record was incredible. And Sid and Mourn, wow. Some absolutely incredible moments. Slaughterhouse 2 actually was the only one that on second listen I was less into it. It got great towards the end, but the rest, I think I preferred the first Slaughterhouse a little bit more. But maybe that's just more of my style of music. But, I mean, they create a massive sound. In part because of how they're doing the drums, really, with that Kong of a snare sound they've got, which is so powerful the way that cuts through. The guitars, I had a similar problem with the Alpha Wolf album, where the low tuning and the distortion on it, for some of the moments, was just like, it's so hard to tell what the actual chords are, and therefore you can't get much chord progression out of it when they change, because it's so low and so fuzzy with the distortion. But there were other moments in other songs where you could tell what the chords were a little bit higher up in range, and I preferred those moments a little bit. But then I like that they have that in their wheelhouse. They can use that low sludginess for a dynamic shift between that and some lighter moments, which they do on occasion. Yeah, I think over time, these songs will probably grow on me. I mean, Suffocate, I still think is fucking incredible. I think I will always like that one. On first listen, that was so good, and it keeps delivering. And I think that's probably the charm of Knocked Loose as well. Once you know what's coming in a song, they are very good at building the tension to that moment, which makes the payoff of it delivering even greater. And I think that's why people love this band so much, because once you're familiar with it, it kind of just gets better. Now, I don't know what to rate the album currently, because there's a range on it. I definitely liked the songs I'd heard before a bit more than first time round. I think Slaughterhouse Part 2, maybe I wouldn't give that full delicious. It's obviously, for my taste, it's obviously not going to be on that masterpiece level as much as Suffocate was genius. Okay. I don't think I'm going to give the whole album a delicious rating, though I will point out that this is likely to change over time as I become more familiar with this band, their sound, and the rest. I will probably look back on this album and think it was fucking incredible. But on the first listen, with my current appreciation of this style of music and the things they do, I think it's solid overall. I think there's moments of sheer genius, and then there's other moments of, to my untrained ear, seemingly chaotic choices for the sake of being chaotic. And sometimes it feels a bit disjointed within the same song, not necessarily in a way that I understand as a sonic progression of beats and riffs and things. But I loved the fact that there were some variations of sounds within it. I liked the Moss Covers All into Take Me Home, that sort of song that was split in two by the track listing. There were some interesting choices in there. And also Sit and Mourn, very different vibes in there. So there was some greatness overall, and I'd be very happy to listen to it again. Not in a hurry to hear a lot of it again, but I will, and I'm sure over time I will become in a hurry to hear it all again, as the foggy madness of the just sheer heaviness and the vocals starts to kind of fade away into a bit more clarity, and I can expect the amazing moments within this album, of which there were quite a few. So I certainly enjoyed overall the experience of that, more than I expected to, and there's gold in there. And I'm definitely going to keep my ears out for more Knocked Loose. Maybe I need to go backwards. I suspect, though, if I go backwards in time and listen to their earlier stuff, I might like it less, because surely the production of this record's been pretty good to bring out as much of it as it has. But yeah, You Won't Go Before You're Supposed To by Knocked Loose is a pretty cool album, actually. And I'm looking forward to that growing.